If you're like me a few years ago, you've dreamt about having a profitable business, making a sustainable income, and maybe even quitting your job for longer than you can remember. So how do you get there? There's this myth that successful entrepreneurs turn in their notice, go all in their business, and somehow pull through against all the odds. I'm sure that happens, but I believe it's one of the most stressful things you can do to yourself, and it's not what I've done. For me, to be completely honest, it took way longer than 12 months to grow my business to 6 figures. And by the way, don't get hung up on the number. Being profitable, earning a sustainable income, that's different for everybody. And also currencies, right? The number doesn't matter. What it means for you matters. Hey there, welcome to the Blissful Biz podcast. I'm your host, Susanne Reiker, here to help yoga and wellness entrepreneurs build a thriving online business. If you're ready to make a bigger impact and earn money online, you are in the right place. Each week you learn about websites, digital products, social media strategies, and what's working now to build your online business. And now let's get started. Okay, so let's dive in. How did I get to build a 6-figure business? And what are the 3 pillars to build a profitable online business? So in my case, I was still earning very good money as a freelancer when I started my business, working in advertising for a few months each year. So I was earning 6 figures when I added it all up. But of course, that wasn't my dream anymore. I wanted more out of my career and my life, and I wanted to be able to live in Bali and work from anywhere. And I knew there had to be something better than working at a 9-to-5 I wasn't passionate about. So I was working on my own business, but I also couldn't stop doubting myself. After all, I didn't know anyone else who had done it. Would I be better off focusing on my job? Am I just wasting my time? Is this a pipe dream? Will I burn out? Are there really enough clients? Will I be able to find me out of all the people in the world? So I had all the worries, like you might be there right now, in your career where you have all those worries and all those doubts and limiting beliefs. And I've been there, right? But also, deep inside, I knew I wanted more from my life, that I was made for bigger things. But the thing is, because I was able to make a really good living freelancing in advertising, there was no pressure. I was comfortable with the way things were. I didn't have an urgent need to become profitable with my own business. And that was holding me back. Until one day, I just got back from Bali and I was looking for another freelancing gig. It didn't work. 3 job offers in a row fell through, and that never happened before. Never. Normally, I got back from Bali and I had a job for the next month within a few weeks or already lined up. Like digital advertising, not a lot of experts there on the market. But not this time. It was really, really weird. Like 3 jobs in a row. I really couldn't believe it. And I now really believe that it was the universe telling me to get my stuff together and finally focus on my own business, to work on making my dreams come true, to sit down and just do it and make it a success. To stop dabbling, earning a few $1,000s here and there, and instead take my business serious, embrace being an entrepreneur. And now that I talk about it, I actually realize that this was a mindset shift I needed to make. I didn't see myself as an entrepreneur yet. Even though I've been self-employed since 2011, so technically I've been an entrepreneur, but I was still doing the same job as before as an employee working in advertising, just better paid and with more time off. But I don't come from a family of successful entrepreneurs. Actually, quite the opposite. Both of my parents weren't successful as entrepreneurs. They've tried it, both, I think, once in their career, but they've been successful as employees. So maybe deep inside, I didn't really believe in my abilities, that I could really make this work, that I was able to build up this business from the ground. But now I was in this situation that I needed to earn money and I couldn't find a freelancing job. So I had a good look at my business, at what was working and what wasn't, and I created the offers and systems that got me to 6 figures in less than 12 months. So let's look at what I did, what I see as the pillars to build a profitable online business. Number 1, your brand. Your brand is the combination of what you do, who you help, what your offers are, and how others see you. If you don't have clarity on this, I don't think you can build a sustainable business. You might be able to sell something like a single online course, but for real growth, you need a strong brand. And this means having a clear and profitable niche, knowing who you want to work with, what problems you are solving for your customers, having a brand message that tells your potential customers in one sentence what you do and how you can help them. And also having a visual presentation of your brand that reflects your value. This means having a professional looking website, a consistent appearance, for example, using the same brand colors on your website and on social media and in your flyers, and also a distinctive voice. What are you talking about? What topics are you covering? For example, I wasn't really clear on what I was offering when I started out. I created a course on digital marketing, then another on social media, then another how to build your website. I was really a little bit all over the place and not positioning myself as the expert. Or some of my students, they have a really clear niche and brand message, but their website doesn't reflect that at all. Now, you don't need a website to get started. You can definitely grow your business without a website. So you build a beautiful landing page with a tool like Lead Pages or in ConvertKit, and then you build your email list and even sell offers this way. You can get clients without having a website, for sure. But if you really want to grow, to build trust in your expertise, and to start selling more premium offers at a higher price point, you need a website, period. And it needs to look professional. There's no way around your website and your brand. This is something you need to get right. So this took me a while. I was pretty good. I was pretty clear on my niche right from the start that I wanted to work with yoga teachers. I just wasn't really clear about what topics I would cover, right? So there I was a little bit all over the place, and my brand definitely evolved in the last years as well. Also, like when I started, I didn't even use my name. And if you've been listening to me for a while, you know that I really recommend that you should name your business after your full name. So, and I didn't do that when I started. I only changed it to Susanne Reichert, to my name. I think 2 years or something after I started my business. So my brand evolved, and that's totally normal. It's very difficult to have complete clarity about your brand when you're just getting started, if not impossible, because clarity comes with taking action, right? So when you're just getting started, you're going to have to experiment. It's going to evolve. And it's also a great opportunity to experiment and to try out different things, what brings you joy, what really you like gets engagement, does your audience really want from you? So yeah, think a little bit about your brand, but when you're just getting started, don't overthink it, just get started. But when you are already there where you are earning a few $1,000s a month and you're ready to scale up and you're ready to really make it to 6 figures and beyond, then it's time to take a step back and to really work on your brand, your niche, your messaging. Okay. The second pillar is your offers. The biggest mistake I made, and I know I'm not alone with this, was creating too many different offers. If you're selling multiple offers and you're working around the clock without seeing the financial results you're hoping for, it's maybe time to cut back on your offers and do less by putting all your focus into a single signature offer. You should have one signature offer that generates 10K per month before creating something else. Plus maybe 1 or 2 other core offers that supplement your signature offer. So for example, you can offer Zoom classes, one-on-one coaching or private sessions, and one group coaching program that's your signature offer. And it's all within one niche and one topic. So a big mistake that I made was that I solely focused on selling online courses at a low price point when I started my business. Because I didn't have a big audience, it was impossible to sell the amount of spots I would have needed to replace my freelancing income. And at the same time, I was scared to offer coaching, like one-on-one coaching, because I knew I wouldn't have the time in the months I was freelancing. So it was like this weird situation where I was working like crazy, creating new online courses, launching them for a really low price point and never really earning enough money to be able to hire support, to delegate things, and to stop freelancing. When you are in that situation and you can make it work time-wise, I would always recommend that you start by offering some kind of one-on-one service. For example, private yoga or coaching packages or VIP days, anything like that. This will allow you to earn more money with a smaller number of clients, so you don't need to have a huge audience to reach your goals. It's really all about the numbers. For example, with a package costing $5,000 for a 6-month program, you would need to sell just 20 packages to reach 6 figures, which sounds doable, right? Over a year. While when you have a $200 online course, you need to sell this course 500 times to earn 100K, to earn 6 figures, which is a lot. And unless you have a huge audience and email list, probably not going to happen. What helped me get to 6 figures was creating more premium offers that I sold at a higher price point. And this is definitely what I recommend. I mean, everybody's business is different. And I know people who have great success selling a low price offer, like a monthly membership or lower price online courses. It's just not what I want to do. I'm happy working with a smaller group of students and to be really involved in their business. My goal isn't running a multiple 7-figure business where I'm not doing any coaching anymore and instead just manage people or show up to sell something. I crave the personal connections with my students. So that's why that business model works so well for me. Might change in the future, I don't know. Ask me again how I feel about this, I don't know, in 5 years or something. But for now, I'm really, really happy with offering a more premium product, a premium offer. And I also get students who are really motivated, who are doing the work. And yes, just a very fulfilling working relationship I have with my students. And so that works for me. This is my business model, right? So it might be different for you. But still, even if you don't want to offer higher priced one-on-one coaching packages, I would still recommend that you create a premium offer that you sell for at least $1,000. I think it's going to help you get to 6 figures a whole lot faster than trying to do that selling something for $200 or less. You do the math. It's your business. It's your decision, right? And it's probably also, like your mindset issues. We all have them when it comes to pricing our offers. So it can really help you to step back. Don't think about, oh my God, is my audience going to be able to afford that? This is way too expensive. Think about where you want to get. Like, what do you want your lifestyle to be like? How much money do you want to earn? How much money do you need to earn to be able to invest in your business, to hire support? And how much do you need to sell at what price point to get there? Do the math and be really, really realistic here. And I promise this can really help you come up with higher prices, because you're going to see how it makes it possible actually when you increase your prices to get there. Okay, pillar number 3 is sales. This is where a lot of people get lost. Selling our offers, our services. This can be so deeply uncomfortable. And if you shy away from that, you're definitely not alone. But there's nothing to be afraid of. And selling doesn't have to be icky, and you don't have to use any shady marketing techniques or sound like a used car salesperson, right? It's all about making contact with your ideal customers as frequently as possible. Educating yourself on sales psychology and how people make buying decisions is crucial. We didn't learn that in school, right? You probably didn't learn that in your yoga teacher training or when you trained to become a teacher. This is something you have to invest in your education in. You have to learn how to sell better. It's going to serve you for the rest of your career. But if you want to run a successful business, if you want to be a serious entrepreneur, you really have to learn how to do that. And I promise it's not rocket science. And there are many, many really great books you can read. Of course, you can also work with a coach like me, for example. And it's not going to take you a year or something to learn how to sell better. But it's important. Sales psychology and how people make buying decisions. I think it's actually interesting. It's because the psychology aspect of it, I find that really fascinating. So when it comes to selling online especially, you need to remember that people buy from people they like and trust. So when you have a clear brand, that's already the first step that will help you build trust. And remember also, you are the brand. It's not like, don't hide behind your brand. You're still a personal brand. So, you need to show up. You need to step out there and show up. Give people a chance to get to know you. Build a connection. You can't just put up a website with your offer and call it a day, hoping that people will find you. If you tell yourself you want to build a business, but you don't want to be visible and you don't like being on camera, I'm calling bullshit. You either don't really believe that you can do it, and that's why you are afraid to show up for it, or you don't really want it. Your mission isn't clear enough. If you want to have a successful, profitable online business, you need to show up and sell your offers. The good news is that if you follow what I recommended in Pillar 2 to focus on one signature offer, it's going to be really simple. Simple doesn't mean basic. It means do less things and do them better. You don't need 5 different sales funnels and 3 different programs to sell. You don't need to show up on every social media platform and do all the things. Get clear and focused. For example, show up once per week live on Instagram or Facebook, or create 2 reels per week where you share a 1-minute long video where you talk about something that's related to what you do. You could also blog, and I love blogging and I had great results with it. But video is the fastest way to build a connection with your potential clients. It's just so much stronger. People feel like they already know you without even having met you face to face. And you don't get that from written content like a blog. It just takes a lot longer, right? So blog posts can be great to grow your audience by getting more traffic, by getting found on Google. But then to convert them, you need to add like the emotional aspect to the content you're creating and to engage your audience. And that's where video is really, really so much stronger and faster. So if you want to build a successful business, I said it before, I'm repeating myself, I'm saying it again. You need to show up. You need to show up. And I would strongly recommend doing lives on Instagram or Facebook or sharing reels, and not just funny reels, but also reels like you can do now, a 60-second video that you share in a reel where you talk about something. For example, a transformation or a story, something that builds a connection with your audience. Okay, so if this is something you're afraid to do right now, believe me, I get it. You need to work on this. So here you have the 3 pillars to build a 6-figure online business: your brand, your offer, and sales. Are you ready for this? Are you ready to build your profitable business and make a bigger impact? If you'd like to work with me, join me inside the Blissful Biz Incubator, my 12-month premium coaching program for yoga teachers, healers, and other wellness entrepreneurs, where I help you build a profitable 6-figure online business. So we cover all the things that I just talked about: your brand, your offers, and how to sell your offers and grow your audience. It includes other trainings, one-on-one support, group coaching calls, mindset calls, personal feedback and critique. And yeah, it's like the most amazing thing I've ever created. And I would love to see you inside. Check it out. Go to susannereiker.com/application to learn more and to apply. And hopefully we'll get to work together soon. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Blissful Biz podcast. If you like the show, please leave a review on iTunes. This would mean the world to me. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast to never miss a new episode. To learn more about how to work with me one-on-one, my courses and membership, or to get instant access to freebies, workshops, and more, go to susannereiker.com right now. Thanks for tuning in and see you next time.